Hey Darren, Michael here. Just thought I'd send you a video to describe what the job is. So basically when you arrive, this is our house. We're number 27 Hopetown Terrace. Just come down the street and you can park anywhere on the street. The first easy job is just trimming these hedges here, just sort of the top bit to basically align there where the neighbours are. So you can see the neighbour sort of finishes here. Just sort of take it at a similar line. In terms of the offcuts, you can see there's not too much there. The offcuts you can just put in these white, oh God, I forgot the name of the white bags, and there's plenty of space in those. If we're not home, you can sort of ring the doorbell. My wife may be home, but if we're not home, just come through the side gate here, which I have removed the lock, so you can just come through here and just come down the side. And then the bit is actually my studio office, like the painting and sanding, etc. And so this is, and again, I'll leave this unlocked as well, so it's just in our backyard. So the first thing is, well, not the first thing, probably the last thing you want to get to, is the painting up here on that panel. So we had to replace that panel. It was a bit of a water leak. So that's white. That just needs to be black. So you can sort of see that bit along the top there. I do have a ladder, but you may, I don't know if it's tall enough, so you may want to just maybe bring a ladder if you have one. And then inside my studio office, I basically have two major white walls there. Now the glossy stuff is because it's a whiteboard. So you can see where the whiteboard is, and there's also a whiteboard here. Basically, you can see around the edges, I had some other shit there before. If you could just sand all this shit off and then just kind of paint around it, that's fine. It's going to mean that the paint, is going to have this sort of outline where the whiteboard is, and that's okay. The main thing is sort of painting the area that you can see was damaged with the water damage and has been replaced. So there's really just 3 spots to sand. Actually, my brother fixed it. He's a builder, but he can't do this last little bit of work. So yeah, there's a sanding spot there, a sanding spot there, and a sanding spot there. And then probably just need a couple of coats as well as this box here. So basically, yeah, crisp all this up. It's super small. Like if you have to do the whole ceiling while you're at it, which you may need to do, it shouldn't take too long. In terms of the paint, I've got the paint down here. I'll leave it up on the desk. You probably just want to have something to cover. I've sort of moved all my computer, or my sort of desktop computer over there. If you've got something to just cover that, and then obviously when you sand, it's going to go on the carpet and stuff. So if you've got some drop sheets, that would be good. And then the last thing is actually just painting the back of this. I actually have my stand-up computer sit here, and then I stand up here and do lots of conferences and stuff like that, online conferences. But when I sit down at my computer, I often have meetings where they see the back of it and it just looks ugly as fuck. So if you could basically just paint all this white using the same wall paint, so all of this and the legs and the sides, and just leave the tabletop and this side, that can just be, that can be normal. But if you paint all the rest white, just basically leave the tabletop and the front, but basically all the sides and the back and all the sides and then that shelf. If you paint that white, that would be great. So yeah, in short, touch up the sky with white, sand that bit and paint it around the whiteboards, and the paint's here. And then, yeah, just need drop sheets just to protect the computer and microphone and shit. And then the outdoor strip on the studio, and then the that verge. So I'll be home around 5:30ish, maybe 6. So you're likely to be here, so I'll see you there at the end. But yeah, thanks for that. Cheers.